What's going on, guys? TTL here. Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 MLB plays for today. Today is September 17th, 2023. It's also NFL Sunday, but unfortunately it's already 9 in the morning. So unfortunately I'm not going to have any NFL plays today just because you won't be able to get them in. By the time this is posted at around 9:45, 10 a.m., there's just not going to be time. But I will have NFL for tomorrow's Monday Night Football and MLB tomorrow. So be on the lookout for those two videos tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We went 5-1 yesterday. The only loss was Glasnow over 7.5. He did go under. But yeah, we had a great day yesterday. Let's do it again today. Let's keep killing it. Thank you guys for all the support. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment if you're going to tell any of these picks, or if you told yesterday's. I know yesterday was a great day for us. I post all of my plays in my VIP for $20 a month. You get exact PrizePicks Underdog, Sleeper, Parlay Play slips for every single sport I play. You get exact sportsbook bets with exactly how many units I recommend on playing them. You get pretty much my guide on how I stay profitable sports betting and playing props like on PrizePicks and Underdog. I give you pretty much the rundown of how I've been profitable, how to select a unit size, all that good stuff, rather than just gambling with it, you know. You also do get VIP only live streams, watch parties, and giveaways as well. But if you're interested, go ahead and join that. That link is in the description. It's the Patreon link. Again, thank you guys for all the support, and let's just get into these top 5 picks for today's MLB. First of all, I do love Zach Little over 3 strikeouts versus the Orioles. Now, to be fair, I did love Glasnow yesterday in this spot as well, but Zach at 3 strikeouts is just so low. I did take the over 3.5 on Sleeper as well. So I'm getting that 0.5 discount here. We can go to our partners, Outlier.bet, to look for our research, set it to strikeout props, and we can see his over 3.5 is a little bit plus odds. And if we go to over 2.5, it's minus 250 odds to at least push. And he has pushed or went over in 9 out of 12 games this season, 75% of the time. So absolutely loving this prop. I highly recommend it. We could take a look at the rankings as well, and Baltimore is 11th of 30th for least amount of strikeouts per game, averaging 8.3 strikeouts per game and averaging 12.3 strikeouts over their last 3 games. So this should be a great spot for him. I'm loving it. I'm locking this one in with confidence. This is one of my favorite plays of the day. Next in line, I actually have Carlos Rodon under 5.5 strikeouts. This is versus the Pirates, which makes it a little bit iffy, but we take a look at the Pirates over here. Pittsburgh, they're 21th of 30th, averaging 8.8 strikeouts per game, 11 strikeouts over their last 3 on average, and 12 strikeouts in their last game. And when we take a look on here, we can see it's around minus 120. It's plus money on some sports books like FanDuel, but on others it's minus 120, minus 135. So really depends on what sports book you go to. If you can get it at plus money, just take it there. Don't even put it in this 5 pick, just take it there. But if not, if you can only use PrizePicks Underdog, that type of stuff, just play it there, I guess. I still like it here. And for 2023, he's stayed under this in 8 of 11 games, 73% of games. He's only went over versus the Rays, versus Boston, and versus the Rockies. He has stayed under versus a lot of mediocre teams like the Cubs, meaning strikeout wise mediocre. The Cubs strike out quite a bit, Angels strike out quite a bit, Detroit strikes out quite a bit. So it's good to see him staying under even versus those teams. So it does give Pittsburgh a little bit of a chance. We can see the Rockies are 28th, Angels are 27th. Detroit's 23rd, and Pittsburgh's above all 3 of those. So definitely gives me a little bit of hope that he stays under that 5.5. Definitely love this at the plus money though, especially at plus money. Go ahead and take this. Next, I actually like this better on Sleeper, but I like Dakota Hudson under 3 strikeouts. It's 3.5 on Sleeper. So it takes away that push potential. The main thing that scares me about this play is when you go to the MLB rankings for strikeouts, you can see Philadelphia, they strike out a lot. They're 22nd of 30th, averaging over 9 strikeouts per game on the season. But over their last 3, that's down to 8, and they actually only got 4 strikeouts in their last game. So hopefully they're on a positive turn here for our under on Hudson. We can see again, this is 3.5 on Sleeper. At under 3.5, it's around minus 160 odds on sports books. And we can see in 2023, he's played 9 games. He stayed under in 7 of those 9. And he randomly had 2 pop-off games. He got 7 versus Minnesota, which kind of makes sense. They're worst in the league for amount of strikeouts per game. But then he also got 7 versus the Mets, and they're like top 3. Maybe they're not anymore. They used to be top 3. Now they're 9th in the league for strikeouts per game. But as you can see, Minnesota averaged double-digit strikeouts per game this season. So that kind of makes sense. But the Mets just really surprises me. But the max he's gotten is 3 versus any other team. Even the likes of like the Athletics. And just less than a month ago, he only got 1 versus the Phillies. And he gave up 12 runs. I'm not sure if he actually gave up the 12 runs. But he averages 7.9 earned runs allowed versus the Phillies. So definitely loving this today. His strikeouts per 9 goes from 5 to 1.5 versus the Phillies as well. So this is just a great spot to take that under. I'm loving this one. Again, I do like the 3.5 better than the 3. Just because that push potential, but I do like this play. Next, I have Brandon Woodruff, under 7.5 strikeouts versus Washington. Washington is 2nd in the league for least amount of strikeouts per game, averaging 7.11. Over their last 3, they're averaging a little over 8, but that is because their last game they had 12. So that brings up that average quite a bit. Other than that, we can take a look at his stats. Under 7.5 is actually minus 130 to minus 140 odds on sports books. Now, I will say he's kind of flip-floppy. If it'll actually click into him, we can see in 2023 he's played 9 games. 5 of those he stayed under. The other 4 he's went over. I do like this matchup. Like, I think that this matchup is going to keep him under. We can see that he stayed under versus some pretty bad teams. And the only teams he's went over against, the Cubs, the Pirates, the Padres, the Cubs again. He stayed under versus the Marlins, under versus the Rangers, the White Sox, Cardinals, even the Pirates the second time they played with him pitching. So definitely loving this under here. I'm taking that one with confidence. And this last play is not a... This is strictly just to make sure we have 5 plays. So I would not take this last play on PrizePicks. If you're going to take it, either take it on a sports book like Bovada or THUNDERPICK. You can use my links in the description for a deposit match. Or use it on Sleeper. If you're not on Sleeper, sign up. Use code TTL when you sign up. You'll get a deposit match up to $100 free, right? It has odds. It's similar to a sports book, but it's not a sports book. You can't bet on who's going to win the game. It's only props, but it does give you odds. Walker is like a 2.1x on there. So you can pair him with basically any other prop, and even the 2-pick is going to be a 4x multiplier. So that's why I wouldn't play it on PrizePicks, because his value on Sleeper is crazy right now. The reason it's like that is because it's plus money on most sports books. But I do love Walker over 3.5 strikeouts versus the Cardinals. We'll take a look. The Cardinals are 10th in the league, averaging 8.2 strikeouts per game, 7.3 over their last 3. They had 8 last game. So you can say pretty confidently they're going to average around 8 strikeouts per game. Walker's numbers 3.5. We take a look at this. Again, we know the odds. I just went over that. In 2023, he's went over this 68% of the time, 19 of 28 starts. So absolutely loving this. Again, on Sleeper, you're going to get the actual plus money odds. So I do recommend playing it there instead of PrizePicks. But if you have to, you can still play it on PrizePicks. Walker's averaging 7.5 strikeouts per 9 innings with 4.3 earned runs allowed. So if he goes 6 innings, excuse me guys, I apologize. If he goes 6 innings, that should be around 5 strikeouts for him. So loving this. Again, he's went over in 19 of 28 games today. This season, I mean, 68% of the time. Over his last 5, he's went over 4 of those 5. And even that's even versus the Braves and versus the Padres. Over his last 10, he's went over 7 of 10. I'm loving this play, guys. I'm taking it with confidence, especially on Sleeper where you get that plus money. But other than that, feel free to take it here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Again, make sure to leave a thumbs up if you're going to tail any of these picks. Leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions about picks that you're thinking of playing. We went 5-1 yesterday. Let's keep killing it. Let's crush it today. Let's go 5 for 5 today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.